Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. If you need extra rock salt, sand, pellet-dough, mag, ice pellets, and flakes, a spreader, a shovel, a snowblower, you can head over to Omni while they're open, and they'll be open early tomorrow morning to help in the cleanup if you need anything. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 6317-561-1125, serving the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, tri-state area and beyond with the lowest prices anywhere. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. So we're going to go through this latest round of winter weather as we have a large area of winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, ice storm warnings, and even flash flood watches that are up in areas to the south. But in the northeast, you see much of upstate New York, much of interior southern New England, and up into central and northern New England. We have winter storm warnings. On the southern flank, we have winter weather advisories, and much of this, by the way, that you see in New Jersey, east and in Pennsylvania, down into northwestern Virginia, is for freezing rain and sleet. And in fact, in the purple in southwest PA, we're looking at ice storm warnings that are in effect because that area will probably see ice accretions of up to a half an inch in some places. Advisories extend across Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, winter storm warnings southwestern Illinois all the way down into northeastern Texas, and you see the flash flood watches that are up from West Virginia down into Kentucky and Tennessee. Now, as far as the area that I generally cover, which is eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England, this map is just a little bit tight, but I just kind of wanted to point out the Long Island North Shore here is involved in the winter weather advisory, as well as all of southeastern New York, the southern half of Connecticut, so it's mainly south of Route 84 under an advisory. Winter storm watches are up still. They may go to warnings this evening in northern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and points to the northeast. So that'll be, you might want to check, for those of you watching from southeastern New England, you might want to check your local National Weather Service office, and that's at weather.gov/BOX, box for Boston. And also advisories in northern New Jersey, generally north and west of I-95, although they do bleed a little bit to the south of the Jersey Turnpike and extending into eastern Pennsylvania. Also, we've got warnings up in the Catskills, and we also have watches up in northeastern Pennsylvania that may go to warnings or advisories, depending on what the Weather Service office does in State College. Oh, no, in Binghamton. I'm sorry. That's the Binghamton has the jurisdiction for those areas up in northeastern Pennsylvania. So here's my final call in terms of what's going to happen tonight. On the southern flank, uh, I'm going for anywhere from as little as a coating to maybe up as to a couple of inches where you see the blue line, and that'll be a combination of sleet and perhaps some bursts of wet snow that could occur. I think there's a chance that they could see some bursts of wet snow from New York City east to Long Island and through southern Connecticut, but it should be no more than a coating to an inch or two tops. And of course, the further south you go, you're going to get closer to the coating, and the further south you go, you also are going to deal with more of a sleet to freezing rain situation across southern Pennsylvania, down into Maryland and northern Virginia, and also a little further south than that into northwestern Virginia, and extending back over into Pennsylvania. The main issue is going to be ice accretion in those areas. And then you see where I have the 6 inches or more. Extreme northeastern PA, north of Route 84, up to about Boston, from there north and east. And we'll have to see how far north that sleet line gets. It may make it up into southern Massachusetts or even a little bit further north than that, depending on how this low behaves. And as far as the Weather Service snowfall forecasts, you're seeing where the big amounts are: the northern half of Massachusetts, southern Vermont, actually most of Vermont and New Hampshire, and into Maine. Those areas could wind up with about 10 inches. The amounts go down as you go further to the south, and of course you see where the southern edge of a coating to an inch. And again, how much of this is going to be snow in that southern end, south of Route 84? How much of that is going to be sleet? That remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, uh, of the events that we have had, this is going to be in some ways manageable. I would just be a little cautious with regards to freezing rain that gets involved during tomorrow morning, particularly in areas just to the northwest of the immediate coast. You go into northwest New Jersey, you go into northeast PA, you go into the lower Hudson Valley, the southern half of Connecticut. That is going to be part of the issue that we're going to be dealing with. So I'll jump over to the satellite loop, and you can see there's a lead disturbance here that is moving eastward with a little bit of light precip. That's going out. The main area is still to the west, and that comes in tonight. I want to point out, by the way, this upper low that you see in the south on the lower right. If you're wondering, if you're a snow lover and you're wondering why the coastal areas aren't getting snow out of this and the low is tracking so far to the west, this upper low is responsible for kind of pumping up the ridge just a little bit more, at least just enough to have this low track to the west and also slow the redevelopment of the secondary, which is going to happen too far north and eventually too far to the east to prevent any big problems for areas, say, from Long Island south down through southern New Jersey into Delaware and Maryland and so on. So that's the reason why snow lovers can blame that upper low. So here's how it plays out in terms of what to expect. Again, we have this light precip that's around that's moving out now, and here comes the system for tonight. We've got cold air is shallow, aloft it's warmer, and this is the reason why you're seeing all this sleet break out tonight. This is at roughly midnight, covering all of Pennsylvania. Then it fills in pretty rapidly about 1 a.m. in northern New Jersey, Long Island, the lower Hudson Valley, and Connecticut continues to sweep eastward. You start to see those patches of dark blue snow during the overnight. This is at 5 a.m. on Friday. Rain, central and south Jersey, and of course offshore south of Long Island. You see the sleet and freezing rain across Pennsylvania and the snow extreme northern and northeastern Pennsylvania on up into southern New England and into central and northern New England. That sleet rain line kind of gets into Long Island Sound and just sits there. So for places like northern New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, Connecticut, Rhode Island, southeastern Massachusetts, it could be a long duration period of sleet rather than, and actually that's better than freezing rain at least. By 10 a.m., the back edge of the precip is right to the coast, and the low moves out, jumps over to just southeast of Long Island and south of Nantucket, and then moves away to the northeast. Weather conditions improve after that. And as far as the weekend goes, it's going to be cold Saturday. We do have another cold front that's heading from the northwest on Sunday with some colder air behind it. That could trigger off a band of snow showers or snow squalls late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 6317-561125 is the telephone number. The website is omnitruevalue.com. Just going to leave you a look with the radar view here as you see that first week system moving out and the next one coming in. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight is at 7:30 Eastern Time, so we hope to see you then. And in the meantime, if you need more information, you can download my free weather app at Google Play or on the App Store, the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app. And that is at, it's, okay, I'm getting just a little, I'm trying to do 3 things at once. So download the app and you can get all the snowfall and ice accretion forecast maps from Maine all the way down the coast. So wherever you live in the northeastern mid-Atlantic states, you'll be able to check on your area or whatever area you like. It's all on one page, and the maps automatically update whenever the Weather Service updates, so it makes it very convenient for you. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show.